What if the next bird you hear is the last of its kind? Across distant islands, cloud forests, alpine cliffs, and forgotten wetlands, some of Earth's rarest birds are holding on by a single feather. In this journey, we unveil 45 winged wonders, each a fragile miracle, each a warning from nature. Stay with us, because their stories might just change the way you see the skies. And ask yourself, which of these birds will vanish first, and which still have a chance to soar again? 1. Antioquia brushfinch. Once thought extinct, this elusive Colombian songbird resurfaced after decades, clinging to tiny forest patches threatened by farms and roads. 2. Ashy storm petrel. A shadow over the Pacific, this fragile seabird breeds only on a few Californian islands, where climate and light pollution push it to the brink. 3. Bahama nuthatch. A whisper in pine forests, this tiny bird vanished after hurricanes, now a ghost of Grand Bahama's vanishing wilderness. 4. Bali myna. Gleaming white and sky-eyed, this symbol of Bali has been almost lost to the cage trade, now guarded fiercely in a last wild refuge. 5. Black-browed babbler. Gone for 170 years, this forest phantom from Borneo was rediscovered by chance, its secrets still hidden in the leaf-littered shadows. 6. Blue-eyed ground dove. With sapphire eyes and rust-red feathers, this dove hid from science for decades, surviving silently in Brazil's dry savannas. 7. California condor. With wings like gliders, this scavenger once soared extinction, rescued through daring captive breeding, it fights back skyward. 8. Forest owlet. Vanished for a century, this fierce little hunter haunts India's teak forests, each sighting now a conservation miracle. 9. Giant ibis. Towering and rare, Cambodia's national bird thrives only in remote wetlands, its deep calls echo through vanishing wilderness. 10. Gurney's pitta. Once thought lost, this jewel-toned bird clings to scraps of forest in Southeast Asia, singing in fragments of an ancient world. 11. Henderson Island crake. Tiny, flightless, and marooned on a Pacific island, it dodges extinction in a predator-free paradise barely holding on. 12. Hooded grebe. Dancing on Patagonian lakes, this flamboyant diver is vanishing fast, its breeding pools drained by invasive species and warming winds. 13. Imperial Amazon, Cicero parrot. A royal beauty cloaked in green and violet, Dominica's national bird flutters precariously after hurricanes leveled its mountain home. 14. Javan hawk eagle. Fierce-eyed and feather-crested, this raptor rules Java's forest canopy, but logging keeps shrinking its sky. 15. Juan Fernandez Firecrown. A hummingbird of flame and emerald, the female dazzles brighter than the male, yet both risk fading from their island forever. 16. Kakapo. Chubby, mossy, and nocturnal, this parrot of New Zealand cannot fly, so it depends entirely on human help to survive. 17. Khaki, black stilt. New Zealand's rarest wader, cloaked in black, forages in riverbeds now overrun by hybrids and invaders. 18. Cole's lorikeet. Bright as a jewel and once widespread across the Pacific, this lorikeet now chirps only from rat-free islands. 19. Madagascar pochard. Lost and found on a remote lake, this diving duck now breeds with human help, one of the world's rarest waterfowl. 20. Marquesan imperial pigeon. Huge and heavy-winged, this island pigeon nests high in cliffs, hunted and displaced, it teeters on the edge. 21. Mascarene paradise flycatcher. A tale of two islands. On Mauritius it vanishes, while in Seychelles it flits in rare pockets of green. 22. Mountain owlet nightjar. A silent hunter of montane mists, it hides in Papua's forests, its life still largely a mystery. 23. New Zealand rock wren. Barely bigger than a leaf, this alpine bird defies snow and stone, yet climate change may trap it in the cold. 24. Nordmann's greenshank. With long legs and a striking upturned bill, this rare migrant feeds in Asia's mudflats, many of which are vanishing fast. 25. Orange-bellied parrot. One of the world's rarest migratory parrots, its journey from Tasmania to mainland Australia grows more perilous each year. 26. Philippine eagle. With the stare of a tiger and wings like a canopy, this eagle is both hunter and guardian of the dwindling rainforest. 27. Polynesian ground dove. A bird of ancient islands, now found on only a few rat-free isles, fragile and fading with its forest home. 28. Purple-naped lory. Vivid violet, green, and red feathers make it a jewel of Indonesia. Snared for pets, it struggles to survive in shrinking forests. 29. Razo lark. Restricted to one tiny Cape Verde island, its survival depends on every rainfall and each blade of grass. 30. Red-crowned crane. A sacred symbol of long life in Japan, this elegant crane needs wetlands and peace, both increasingly rare. 31. Red-fronted parrotlet. High in the Andes, this rare parrot's call echoes through cloud forests, threatened by trapping and fragmentation. 32. Seychelles paradise flycatcher. A streamer-tailed vision of black and blue, this island bird relies on just one tiny forest for survival. 33. Sociable lapwing. Once common in Central Asia, its migrations now cross gauntlets of danger, from poachers to plowed fields. 34. Spoon-billed sandpiper. Its tiny spoon-like bill charms birders, but its dwindling breeding grounds in Russia and stopovers in Asia tell a dire tale. 35. Streseemann's bristlefront. Maybe fewer than a dozen remain, this rare Brazilian bird might vanish before we truly know it. 36. Swift parrot. Bright and fast, it races between Tasmania and mainland Australia, logging has left it fewer trees to call home. 37. Taita thrush. Kenya's forest jewel sings in a habitat smaller than a town, the hills it needs are vanishing fast. 38. Tristan albatross. Ocean wanderer and cliff nester, it faces a nightmare ashore, mice that prey on its chicks. 39. Ultramarine lorikeet. Brilliant blue and emerald, this lorikeet survives on only a few predator-free islands, its future tied to human care. 40. White-bellied heron. Massive and ghostly, this river heron hides in Bhutan and northeast India, under threat from dams and deforestation. 41. White-headed vulture. Once widespread across Africa, this raptor is crashing fast, poisoned and pushed out by humans. 42. White-necked rockfowl. A living fossil with a bald yellow head, it nests in caves of West Africa, its bizarre beauty under constant threat. 43. White-rumped vulture. India's skies lost their scavengers to a single drug, now this vulture is climbing back from near oblivion. 44. White-winged flufftail. Seen so rarely it borders on legend, this African marsh bird breeds in flooded grasslands that are quickly disappearing. 45. Yellow-eyed penguin. With pale gold eyes and a shy nature, it nests in secrecy along New Zealand's coast, now beset by disease and dogs. From the misty Himalayas to the wetlands of Assam, from the islands of the Pacific to the forests of Africa, these rare birds remind us how fragile life is, and how powerful our awareness can be. Some have vanished without a sound, others still wait for us to listen. Which bird's story will you remember the most? Share it in the comments, and let's keep their songs alive, before silence becomes all that's left.